Well, welcome back to A Quick Brew.
Welcome back. Cheers, James.
Oh, Costa. Somebody's
Treat
doing
myself.
well.
Mate, you feel like you have to be doing well to do £5 a cup, don't you, in fairness? What was yours? I missed it.
It's basically just a black coffee in one of my Christmas mugs that my mother
I don't
got me.
need therapy.
I don't need therapy. I just need coffee and my guitar. It's not the best designed mug in the world
No.
because a treble clef loosely looks like a C, I guess, in coffee.
Yeah, okay, yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
I just need coffee and a guitar. Happy with that.
Can you read sheet music, or can you?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, to the competency level currently, to being it's something that I studied in college, probably not. And there's a lot of apps and such that you get now, so for example, I use Guitar Tab for if I'm learning new music, and that's either written in tablature, which is basically telling you where to put your fingers on the fret, or basically giving you the chords and the lyrics. I'll try and give you an example. So there's not really any form of sheet music on there. Let me find the example for you. So I don't know if that's becoming a thing of the past.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is technology eradicating sheet music?
Well, so for example, I performed Fix You at the awards for the cause that Sadie wanted me to do. And if I go onto my tab for Fix You, it comes up as, I don't know how well you can see that.
I can now, yes.
My chords.
Oh, so it's showing you, as you say, where to fret the board as opposed to...
Yeah. And then as you scroll down, it's chords and lyrics. It's not the but you see, so if it was sheet music, I could probably fumble my way around it, but just such an easier access because the chords, the changing chords usually comes in where the notes start.
Okay, yep.
So if, like, for example, the lights will guide, that's F on lights, C on will, so you know where to strum the will. G on the, as you start, guide, but then it elongates the ide because you need to put a G sus4 in there.
Okay, yes.
So
obviously.
it tells you, obviously, everybody needs 4 in the line.
Yeah, yes.
Before, so it tells you where you need to play those chords as well.
That's awesome, isn't it? Do you think it's easier to learn an instrument now? And I mean, obviously,
Massively.
you're a guitarist. I think it is.
Massively. It's like with me learning to play piano currently, there's because a lot of music is replicated in some way, and there might be slight adjustments to it. So to be able to be competent enough on piano to gig, you've basically got this YouTube. You can go on YouTube, and it'll bring up a piano keyboard. It'll play the music in the background, but then highlight the keys as the note approaches, so you know where to put your fingers.
It's like in Guitar Hero.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Like in Guitar Hero, and there was one that was like the 4 chords you need to learn to play 40 songs, and then when you actually start playing them, you're like,
I saw something on Insta a little while ago, and it's Ed Sheeran, and he was on one of the American talk shows, and I think he was saying that pretty much any song you can replicate with just 4 chords, and there's a regular 4 chords that if you know them well enough, you can make something sound pretty much like it should sound with just the use of 4 chords. I don't know how true that is, but
interestingly,
look pretty cool.
Chord looping back to, so as we had a quick chat before, and I was listening to Classic FM movies. I love listening to classical music, and that's very much where sheet music would have been used. There would be no chord progressions without classical music.
There you go. Fact of the day.
Any form of popular music, rock music, metal music, the foundations are what classical music created in the chord progressions. Knowing what chords, so you know that knowing it's usually like 1, 2, 5, 1. So say, for example, you're playing a C, the 2, so C is number 1, D, number 2 is always going to work with that chord progression. The 5, which is G,
Mhm.
C, D, and G.
Mm.
Most like so, knocking on heaven's door,
Mhm.
C, D, G. You know, it's they invented chord progressions essentially.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Hmm.
Awesome.
An A
Awesome.
minor diminished seventh.
Not familiar with that one.
But A minor used very much in more somber classical
Okay.
instances.
My dad's a guitarist, and yeah, I love watching good musicians, any instrument, any style, completely agnostic. It's not about whether I actually like the genre of music. I just love any live form of music. It captivates me, you know.
Yeah, and it is. Music is probably one of the most emotional art forms I think there is. You know,
Undoubtedly.
music can instantly change a mood.
Have you ever seen a guy called Mark Deeks on LinkedIn?
No.
Dr. Mark Deeks. So he is someone who's a very capable pianist, and he's also in some form of pretty heavy rock. I don't know if it go thrash, sort of band. I think as a guitarist as well, but he does a whole keynotes on connection between music and work, etc. And he's really worth looking up. Really, really
I'll
worth
give you
looking
a
up.
look. What was
So
his
yeah,
name?
Mark Deeks,
Right, I'm gonna save that for later.
podcast shout out.
Mark Gates, if you want to sponsor.
Yeah, yes, yeah. It wasn't about that, but obviously while you're here. Anyway, we have digressed as sometimes happens. James, your name today, James Awards Sharples. I'm very well aware of what you've been up to last week, and obviously you've referenced it just a moment ago with your beautiful rendition of a Coldplay classic. But what have you been up to?
So yes, Thursday evening. So Thursday, the 19th of March, we had the evening and the ceremony for the Great British Workplace Wellbeing Awards, and it was absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The thing that gets me every year about the awards, you know, despite the amazing people that win it, despite the amazing people that are contributing to happier, healthier, safer working environments and really positive and inclusive workplace cultures, was the feeling in the room. Your Mercedes speech was obviously unbelievable. And it was mostly about post-traumatic growth. You know,
Okay,
we hear
yep,
about post-traumatic stress, but what's, you know, post-traumatic growth? You know, the things that ground us, help us build resilience, help us build to go forward. Yeah, but it was just the feeling in the room. There's so many positive people and so many change makers within this space. It was just an amazing feeling.
it's tangible, isn't it?
It just gets me every year. Gets me absolutely every year. And I loved one of the sections that Sadie spoke about with post-traumatic growth, about how at times when you feel buried,
Yep.
have you been planted?
Gets you thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
have you been given the opportunity to grow? And
yeah.
it was just such a moving sentiment.
Mm.
And yeah, they were just fantastic. You know, so the Great British Workplace Wellbeing Awards were first created by you know, from knowing me, knowing Sadie, that Sadie is very much a person that's help first, success follows, and
Exactly.
really wants to create a better world, because
Yep.
it can be pretty shit at times, let's be honest.
No doubt.
Um, and we recognised, or Sadie recognised very early on, that there wasn't really many people within the wellbeing space, within whether that be HR, whether that be within trainers, coaches, etc., that get truly recognised for the work that they do or get
Yeah.
celebrated.
Yes. Yep.
So we wanted to change that. And so
Nice.
the Great British Workplace Wellbeing Awards were born. We also were very conscious that there are a lot of awards out there that, oh, you've been nominated for an award. Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Okay, send me the details. Yeah, it's £1,000 now, please.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's kind
Absolutely.
of
Pay to play.
pay to play
Hmm.
awards. So it's free to enter, it's free to win.
Of
Um,
course. Yep.
Obviously, there's a cost to the dinner, but it's at the Grosvenor in London. There's going to be a cost
Might
to
have heard of it.
yeah. Um, and yeah, we it started off, and the
Do you
way
fill up
it's
the
run.
Grosvenor? Do you fill up the main
The,
event
the
space? Do you?
main event space, yeah.
Oh
So there's
my god,
usually like
that's a stunning
400.
room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an amazing room. But that's one of the reasons we have to have it at the Grosvenor, because we do
That's
usually
amazing.
get quite easily 400 people at the event.
Wouldn't want the job of cleaning them chandeliers, would you?
No, God, no.
Because there's not going to be much dust on them.
Bill and
But
Rodney.
you imagine.
But
Yeah. So what categories do you have at the event then, at the awards?
excellence in male health advocacy, female health advocacy, diversity and belonging team of the year, employee network of the year, LGBTQIA plus changemaker of the year, lifetime commitment to wellbeing service provider of the year is another one of the.
Sorry, is that not you guys, James? Wellity, is
No,
that not
no,
you guys?
no. We always open. We were also very conscious. We didn't want this awards to be about Wellity.
Okay.
And we want to celebrate other companies that are doing amazing work in this space as well. So, it literally is open to wellbeing providers, trainers, coaches, and we wouldn't win a Great British Workplace Wellbeing Award because we're the co-founders of it. On that,
Conflict of interest.
Yes, conflict of interest. People have said in the past, it's like, oh, well, isn't this companies you work with? Yes. Companies that we work with do amazing work, and we do amazing work with them, and they will get nominated, but it's not about the people that we work with. Anybody is free to enter those awards. Lumina proudly sponsors the Quick Brew podcast. Lumina is your AI conversation coach, helping leaders manage difficult conversations successfully. Practice in a safe environment without fear of judgment. If you want to hear more information about Lumina and practicing conversations that count, go to wellityglobal.com/meet-Lumina and use offer code BREW10. Obviously, we were conscious when we first started it that, look, we're a wellbeing provider. We can't have anything to do with the decision making. So our input, so to speak, we'll put people forward if we feel there should be. We will search nominations constantly throughout the year. So we'll even start looking at that now. We'll find judges to actually judge the awards on merit and not just on who's bought the biggest table. So, and we'll find the right judges for those categories. So, for example, on the new risk category we had this year, I asked the global head of risk and health and safety at Siemens, James Debell, to be the judge on that. And
good credentials.
Sharon Sharple from Barclays. So we find the right judges for the right categories. We then, at that stage, hand everything over to the GRC team, GRC World Forums, who are an event company. They take over from that, and we find out on the night who wins. So
it's a surprise to you as much as the actual.
Which I announced 2 awards, and I knew when I opened the envelope, which is I think that contributes to the excitement of the evening, though.
Yeah. Does that happen at the Oscars? Do you think the
people
presenting? Do you think they know it? Do you think they know it?
Well, I mean, the organisers of the Oscars are obviously going to know, aren't they?
No, but a presenter of the award, I always wonder when they're opening up. You've got, Harrison Ford opening up the winner. Do you think that's a surprise to them, or do you think they've had a little tip on the inside?
You would have thought for awards of that magnitude that.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think the actual winners know?
Oh, I'd hope not. No, I don't think so, because
we all have to prepare a speech.
100%, because otherwise it's an emotive thing, isn't it, winning an Oscar? I think if you know that you haven't, I think they would have half of the people not turn up, wouldn't you?
You're not going to not turn up to the Oscars, though, are you? Brad Pitt's not going to go, if I'm not winning this year, I'm not going to bother going.
I think they would. I think they would have some. I think they would have some that would make their excuses if they realise they hadn't won it.
But one thing I do not envy, because we get thousands upon thousands of entries and nominations into the awards, which is obviously whittled down into a short list. I do not envy the judges whatsoever.
No,
I do not, because there is so many people. I mean, so many.
Have you done awards judging yourself before, James? Have you done any of that? So I have, and it is tough, because when you read an application, and I've judged in awards where it's just application based. I've judged in awards where it's application and face-to-face meeting based. you can make a very easy and a very quick case for all of those that are on a shortlist. And it is actually quite stressful to cut it down to there is one winner. And it doesn't mean that the others that were in the shortlist weren't all fantastic and shouldn't have won, because they should have. They're on the shortlist. They're all winners in that context. But it's really tough when you're actually given that job to declare that is the winner.
I think that, interestingly, there was only one that I spoke to that said that they had an easy decision, and that was Will from Sony. And he was like,
Right.
well, there's only one company that submitted data as to what I can't remember which category he was doing now.
But data to support their application.
Yeah.
So they could actually back it up.
Yeah, to actually back up the claims that it's working. And, we're seeing it within Wellbeing now. Wellbeing was very much a reactive component of COVID.
Yes.
It was a reaction to COVID. We need to do something for our people now. And you generally found that people were in sort of like 3 to 5 year contracts. And they were coming to an end, and the board were actually starting to say, well, we've always been a company that likes to work with data. We like to show a return on investment. We want to be reducing absenteeism. We want to be showing that it's working and actually creating a better culture. We want to reduce staff turnover. We want to attract the right talent for the business. So we've always worked on data, but it's brilliant to see so many companies working from that basis now and really taking a psychosocial risk approach to Wellbeing and seeing that data analysis.
Applying metrics to it.
Yes. And for Will, there was only one company that did that, so it was quite easy for him.
Yes. Awesome. So at the Grosvenor, so it's an annual awards. People can start to register interest now for next year, can they? Or
we'll start looking now and start planning for next year. We usually sort of releasing it around June, July time, in time for the summer nominations. We try to have everything shortlisted October, November, so we can give judges the appropriate amount of time before the awards in March the following year. But anybody that's working within this space, whether it's a single person that that's contributing so much towards people's well-being, whether it's a large, we have SMEs, sole traders, all the way up to enterprise clients like Sony and Eon and such that we've mentioned.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw in the build-up that former Quick Brew guest Martin Pace was a shortlisted finalist.
Yes.
I also saw that he was going to be wearing the same dinner suit as yourself, James.
I can't believe it when I saw it on his LinkedIn, because obviously, as we saw from Martin last week, I'm getting healthier, but
no doubt,
I'm not somebody that spent the past 30.
He's dedicated for longer.
Yes, 25 years of my life to health and fitness, and
building a temple.
Yeah, essentially, the Taj Mahal. And I saw that he posted the exact same jacket as me, saying he's basically getting ready for the awards. This isn't just about a suit. I was like, oh no.
So you're thinking, I'm going to show this fella up and it's his big night.
Well, it was more along the lines of it'd have looked like something out of Twins, and I'm the Danny DeVito in this scenario.
So you stuck with it though. You stuck with a DJ. He stuck with a DJ. Have you got a picture? Have you got a picture? All right, send it over to me and we'll get it in the edit, and we'll do a simple who wore it best.
Yeah, we'll do. Vote in the comments. But I think Martin wore it best. We did try to recreate the movie poster from Twins as well.
Oh, I love Twins. What a good film that is. They were talking about redoing it, weren't they?
Yeah.
With Rock and Kevin Hart.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Knowing their relationship, I would love to see that. But it's not.
Have you seen Central Intelligence?
Brilliant film.
Yeah, excellent, isn't
Brilliant film. But with The Rock and Kevin Hart, it's not too much. It's not too diverse. There's not too much disparity. Yes, Kevin Hart's shorter, but he's still a decent looking bloke.
Yeah,
he's still stacked.
Yes. Yeah, he is. He is.
Arnie and Danny DeVito are very different people.
Was it Vincent and Julius? Was that right?
Yeah. I'll have to check that, actually.
I think it was. I love that film.
Twins character.
Obviously, it was released a long, long, long time before I was born, and I saw it on some old recording or something. But yeah, I think it was Vincent and Julius.
With Arnie and DeVito. Yes, it was. Very good memory. Julius Benedict and Vincent Benedict.
Awesome. Awesome film. I'd love to see it. Yeah, if Rock and Kevin Hart do get that together, I think that'd be a brilliant remake.
The relationship they have based on like the other films that they've done together. It's like you often see like the Instagram sketches of Kevin Hart taking the mick out of The Rock and stuff. And
Yeah.
Brilliant. Jumanji, yeah, the ones from Jumanji, the ones from Central Intelligence, the ones where they basically just do interviews together from the films that they have done together, like where they're doing impersonations of each other. It's like, because you think Kevin Hart being a comedian is going to be the one that does the best impression. I actually think Dwayne Johnson's impression of Kevin Hart's funnier.
There you go. There you go. So, very positive, good awards filled with lots of worthy finalists. And it gives you, it's nice, isn't it, sometimes to go into an environment and be reminded that it's, whilst business and, you know, making money, etc., is important, there's some people that are doing things for the right reason.
Well, it reminds me what we do is so important. Because yes, we are a business, but we're always a business of help for, and seeing the changes that people make in looking after the teams, and it is so important, especially with the amount of change. And this was part of Sadie's speech, was the amount of change last year. We were seeing on a daily basis, organisational change, restructures. I'll try and share Sadie's speech with us as well for the pod.
That'd be awesome.
And I'll get the written part of it because it was inspirational. But yeah, just seeing that the work that you do is worth something and worth, you know, if we can make people's lives better or even save a life with some of the training that we can do, then that's what all that matters.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
In that environment was amazing.
We said we'd do the Who Wore It Best. Could we do the Whose was more inspirational, Sadie's speech or your Fixie rendition?
Sadie's speech, hands down.
So you've given it to Martin and Sadie straight off the bat. You don't even want to think about it.
Sadie's speech, hands down, every year.
Yeah, well, she was great. Again, ex-pod guest. She was great in the pod, and it doesn't surprise me that she would deliver a very good speech. Doesn't surprise me at all. Word of the day. I'll give this to you. What do you want?
Word of the day will probably be humbled.
Nice.
Humbled by the energy within that room.
Yeah. Like it. I think we should close on that, James. It's been a good, quick, but positive episode. They don't always go that way, but this has been great chatting as always. Thank you for listening, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers. Somebody's doing well.